Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you how I use my, this is, it's got Ranger written on the back, but it's the Dylusions square journal, and I got mine from Art from the Heart. I've been using it over time, gradually. I started off using it by putting this picture, which I stuck on the front, because you know, sometimes how you do a picture and it's on a little bit of paper, or it's part of a bigger picture, and this is the bit that you liked, the rest you didn't like. This was one of those, and I cut this part out and really liked it, so I stuck it on the front. That really then gave me the idea on how I could use this book. This actually has an elastic here, and it's cardboard on the front, and the paper inside is what I would call craft paper, but it's really quite thick. You can paint on it, and you can use coloured pencils. It's a mixed media paper, really. In the front it has this little envelope that you can use if you wanted to, and this is the front cover of the journal, and this was another picture that I did. I have a feeling this might have been a Jane Betteridge tutorial that she did for free on YouTube, and it was during lockdown, which is why it's got stay at home, after every storm, save lives, things like that, and the rainbow there, and it's kind of like a tree of life. So that's what that one was actually for. I started off using this. Let me make sure I'm completely in the screen. There we go. I started off using this book in various different ways, doing some abstract kind of work and some journaling. I was really into journaling when I first started this book, so that's just some of the journaling that I did. Here I tried to do some embossing, but it ended up upside down. That's just how things go, I suppose. You can see it's all fairly sort of abstract-y, and I thought that's how I would use this, as a sort of an art journal, abstract kind of thing. But in actual fact, once we get to this part of the journal, just see if I'm still, yeah, we're still in shot. It's when I decided that I would go through my huge big folder full of artwork, and I would pull out these little ones and stick them in. Little, either they were just as they are, a small picture like this one, or maybe they were part of a bigger picture, as I said before, and I've cut out the part that I liked, just so that I could reduce the number of paintings that were in my huge big folder, and do something with the ones that I liked. So this is how I've been using it, really. These are all now, I think they are all, no, maybe might be a few, but these are mostly things that were stuck in. This one isn't. That's where I was having a go with some acrylics. That is actually part of something that I was doing and has been stuck in. Yes, these are all where I've cut out the bit that I wanted and stuck it in here, and it's quite nice to, it's a good feeling that I've gone through and just pulled out the things that I like, and I've put them safe somewhere. This, I think, was a workshop, and I can't remember whose workshop it was, but this is also using acrylics and a bit of gold leaf as well. But yeah, and this, I really love this character. and I'm wondering whether I should use this character. Maybe come up with an idea for a book for this character. Maybe I might have to practice this character in lots of different positions. But what's nice is that I'd forgotten all about that character until I looked through this book and found her again. I love the colourway of this one, and that reminds me that, well, why don't I try using that kind of palette again? Obviously this is Alice in Wonderland. I think the moles were another course that I took where you had to interpret a book, a children's book, and I chose Wind in the Willows, so I was doing a little bit, but I think these two were the only ones that I really liked. Buzzy Bee, and that was definitely part of a painting. I really didn't like the rest of that painting. That was just a play around on its own. And you can see that, you know, there are all different styles. Some of these have been done with Crixus. I'm a Patreon member for Crixus. Some of you might know Crixus's art. I don't know, her proper name is Christiana. We do some Zoom sessions and we get 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do a particular picture from a photo. So I think those two came from that. So did this one, so did Mr. Robin. So you've got to work very quickly with limited materials. And so were these. So I think this was work with 3 colours. This one was use your non-dominant hand. This one you couldn't take your pencil off the paper. And I forget what that one was. But that's how I'm using this lovely journal. And I think sometimes we can end up with lots and lots of paintings that we kind of shove in a folder and they never get put into a frame. We don't particularly maybe like some of it or all of the painting. So I think that using a journal in this way, picking out maybe the odd part of a painting that you do like, or if by chance you just do a picture and it's just a page out of a sketchbook, a flimsy sketchbook. That's what this one was, just a very flimsy sketchbook. And now it's somewhere that is, you know, looks nice. So I quite like this as an idea for reducing the amount of work that I'm holding on to. You know, I have things from back from 2018 when I started. So I'm trying to go through all of that and work out what do I want to do with it. Some of it I make into bookmarks, and I leave those as, I think they call it art abandonment. So I do have a Facebook page called Finders Keepers, Michelle Mould Finders Keepers, and I will sometimes cut old paintings up and make them into little bookmarks and put some positive words on the back of them and just leave them dangling from trees and various bushes and things when I go out and about walking, for other people to find and keep, hence the name Finders Keepers. So I try to, you know, I'm trying to look at what do I hold on to? What do I give away? How can I, you know, reduce the amount of work that I'm hanging on to? And how do I want to keep that the work that I do like and in what format. And I think for small pieces of work, this just works really well. And now that I've found this book again, I am so tempted to try to do something with this character. So maybe you could all help me out. And what would we call her? Let me see if I can bring her up a little bit closer. So there she is. What name would we give this character? Okay, well, it's a very, very short video, just with a little idea on how to save some of your work. And later today, I think I've got some deep, deep light paints arriving, handmade paints. I've ordered some beam paints, which I'm hoping to be able to share with you as well. And a selection of Derwent Lightfast pencils, so I will also be sharing that. I've also pulled out some, where are we? Here we are. I've got some watercolour papers. This is Two Rivers paper. These are UK made, handmade papers. So we've got Two Rivers, we've got Saunders Waterford, I've got Bockingford, Milford, and I've got this selection of Hahnemühle. I know they're German, but they're kind of European. So, and there's lots of different weights and different textures in this assortment. That's why it's called a selection. So I'm going to try my watercolours on these to see which ones I prefer. I've also got Sea White of Brighton that I haven't pulled out, but I will do. So I'm going to go through some watercolour papers and take them through their paces as well. So just a quick little catch up and a hint at what might be coming next on my channel. Please do subscribe. It really helps me, and hit that notifications button or bell. And yes, what should we call her? And is there anything else that you'd like to see this year? I was wondering whether it might be an idea to have once a month a live session on YouTube where we perhaps draw something together, and perhaps there's a theme. Perhaps it's birds, perhaps it's using your non-dominant hand. Yeah, just a live where we can all join in together. But anyway, those are just some ideas and some thoughts. I'm really just at the beginning of working out what to provide on this channel, so I am really up for any suggestions at all. I do hope that this year is going to be a happy and healthy year for all of you. So bye for now.